Okay. So already you want to look at this point, what is happening, what is going on. So next, this question is a good one actually, lengthy one. So first we start with all the information, what is C2, and then we are deriving. And after completing the first few lines, we reached up to mole fraction x2 is equal to n2 by n1 plus n2, x1 is equal to 1 by n1 by n1 plus n2, molarity is equal to n2 by volume of solution into 1000. So now here density say we calculated the volume of solution, and then we have divided 1 by n1 plus n2. So we have divided 1 by n plus n2 throughout the solution. Okay. So next you see what will happen if I divide n2 by n1 plus n2. Yes, C2 will be x2 by x2 into t. Let me come back. You also keep on noting down if it is a doubt. If you did it, very good. It's a lengthy bit. Okay. So now here you see denominator x1 m1 plus x2 m2, and numerator will have d into 1000. So what I got, x1 m1 plus x2 m2 into 1000. Up to this, okay. Now options, you see, as per options I have to do a little modification. 1000 dx2 numerator you can find. Now denominator you have to convert into either x1 or x2 depending on the options. See the options. Tell. Options are in which term? Options are in which terms? See quickly. X2. So the new denominator you have to design in terms of x2. Denominator you have to design in terms of x2. So now you know x1 into 1 minus x2 into m1 plus x2 into m2. So now you solve 1000 x2. Now m1 plus x2 common ले दो. If we take x2 common, m2 minus m1. Done. This is the final answer. So next I'll go to someone else question. Who else question we'll see next? This question only took long time, but no problem. Remaining questions will be solved quickly. Hasini sent me a question. Kritika sent a lot. So one by one, I'll take everyone's question. Manusri sent two questions. 24 is a common doubt. Better I should go for 24 next. Okay. 24 is a common doubt. I should go for 24. Manusri. It is 2015. Not here. Not here. I have to open WhatsApp. Okay, 24 information is in front of you. They have given a molecular formula of a commercial resin. Commercial resin means that is something which is used to convert hard water to soft water. So when we study S block, purification of hard water, or something like softening of hard water, we understand that concept. Okay. So now see, I'll take that question here and tell you how to do that very easy, easy only. So see this one. Read the question first. Don't worry about resin and all. Only tell me the molecular mass of the resin. Only tell me the molecular mass of the resin. That's it. Anyone? SC8, H7, SO3 minus, Na plus. Already given. Sorry. Into 2. Replace with a calcium ion. So, one sodium ion is equivalent to how many calcium ions, or one calcium ion is equivalent to how many sodium ions? What would be the compound if I replace calcium in place of sodium? See, a single calcium ion can replace two sodiums and take two of the anion towards itself. So hard water contains calcium salt, and that calcium salt takes up the anion and sodium comes out. So ion exchange resin, this resin will exchange calcium ion from hard water and give sodium ion. Okay. So now mole concept apply करेंगे. 2 moles of the resin react with 1 mole of calcium ion gives rise to 1 mole of product. Understood? So now what would be the maximum uptake of Ca plus 2 ion by the resin when expressed in mole per gram resin? So what is the mass of this 2 moles of resin? What is the mass of this 2 moles per resin? Array? 1 mole, 206, 2 mole, 412 gram. 412 gram is used up or exchanging 1 mole of calcium. So what would be the mole by mass ratio? 1 by 412. Mole of calcium. This is Ca plus 2 divided by mass of resin. Done. 24 is a common doubt. Done for everyone. Then easy one, simple one. Just take it simply. 21. 21 is a simple one, I guess. Let's check 21. 21 how to solve. 21 got, I think, whoever didn't get, listen. A unknown molecule. A unknown molecule. Chlorohydrocarbon means some amount of chlorine is there. C is there, H is there, Cl is there. X, Y, and 1. Monochloro. So has how much chlorine? 3.55% of chlorine. If each molecule of hydrocarbon has one chlorine atom only, and the chlorine atom present in, okay, number of chlorine atoms present in 1 gram of the chlorohydrocarbons are. Okay, what happens in this 1 gram of the compound? Mein, how much percentage is 3.55? So what would be the 3.55% of 1 gram? 0.0355 gram of chlorine. Now from this gram, calculate the moles of chlorine in the molecule. Moles of chlorine in the molecule. That would be 0.3, 0.0355 whole divided by 35.5. What is the moles? Now 10 power minus 3. 10 power minus 3 नहीं, minus 3. Cancel. 35.5, 35 point cancel. 10 to the power minus 3 moles. Now from moles to number of atoms. Number of Cl atoms. N into Avogadro's number, which is 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 whole into 10 to the power minus 3. So 6.023 into 10 to the power 20. Done. Easy, difficult. Quick. Done, right? Any doubts? Just check the answer key. Good. Next. Next, we should take this one only. Ask me one question. And then your doubts also be present. 95. This one all of listening class, so no need to worry. Just see, I'll just quickly brief you for on this one. See, we are solving question number 95. So here is there now 80 ml of hydrocarbon CX mixing with 264 ml of O2. Here some because there are reaction and we do combustion. The residual gas after cooling occupies residual gas after cooling occupies this much. Out of this residue, 64 ml decreases when it is treated with KOH. 64 ml decrease when it is treated with KOH. So formula of that hydrocarbon. Here we solved the hydrogen amount actually, and we got that hydrogen amount as 2. Let's see how to solve. So here the concept is that KOH thing will absorb CO2 gas. If the KOH thing will absorb this CO2 gas, then how much amount of unreacted O2 left and how much amount of O2 is consumed, we have to find out. Now, for any hydrocarbon CXHY, we need X plus Y by 4, X plus Y by 4 O2 to produce X CO2 and Y by 2 H2O. Here, water component we consider as liquid, so no need to worry about the water component. So now, volume of CO2 produced, how much CO2 will be produced and how much will be left unreacted. Decreases to 64 ml. Decreases to 64 ml. So this is unreacted. Unreacted. Yes. Okay, now is it audible? Is it still breaking? Just let me check the Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's connected. Just now tell me. Fine, huh? Okay. So now 64 ml unreacted is O2. How much CO2 is absorbed? Now 2 to 4 minus 64. How much is it? Oh, okay. Now how much of CO2 is absorbed? 2 to 4. I'll turn off some Wi-Fi device. Like only one device I'll use. Just check if it is working or not. Check if it is working. Voice is audible. Shall I join and check? No, I cannot join. You only tell. So how much CO2 is left? 160 ml or absorbed 224 minus 64. This unreacted amount is unused O2. Don't worry about that. So this is 160 ml. You know 1 mole of this will give X mole of CO2. 1 ml will give X ml. As per Avogadro-Gay-Lussac relationship, means mole-mole relation can be converted to volume-volume relation without worrying anything. You are telling 1 mole will give 2 mole means if it is both are gaseous components, you can tell that 1 mole of reactant will give 2 mole of product or 1 liter will give 2 liter. So now 80 ml gives 160 ml. That means what is the value X? 160 by 80. 2. So you got first thing 2, but there are three options 1, 4, and 3. Now let's solve from here. X plus y by 4 is equal to 64. Now you see 1 mole reacts with X plus y by 4. 80 ml will react with 80 into X plus y by 4. 80 into X plus y by 4 is equal to 64. Hasn't you understand this equation? 1 mole reacts with X plus y by 4 moles. 1 ml will react with X plus y by 4 ml. 80 ml will react with X plus y by 4 ml. Right? And then unused amount of O2 is 64. Wait, we cannot equate like that. So moles of O2 consumed, you have to find out how much O2 will be consumed per each mole. Now here you can reverse the thing, and the moles of O2 consumed will be 200. 200 कैसे आएगा ना सर? 80 ml gives 160 ml. Here some more than 160 you should use. More than X plus Y by 4. This Y by 2, water we don't have any information. So now how to solve O2? How to solve the hydrogen part? Now that is 2 plus Y by 4 equal to 200. 2 plus Y by 4 equal to 200. How I got that? Initially 264 ml oxygen. 264 unused how much? 64. Unused 64 unreacted. Initial 264. So I can equate with 200. Is it? So now 2 will go to that side. 80 is also there on this side. So 0 0 cancel. Now it will be plus y by 4 equal to 2.5 or y by 4 equal to 0.5 or y equal to 2. So x2 y2. Answer is option 3. Clear? Can we go to the next bit? Hasini, I'm asking Hasini. Slept, huh? Okay, good. Next. This one done, 24 done. 54 is a common doubt, I guess, for many. 54 Pritika also sent me. Then 65, I don't know where to check, where to solve. This 65 or that one which now we solved, these are types of idiometry questions. Although idiometry has many other approaches, this is one of the idiometry type. Metal sample, this one from class work and module only. You should not miss these type of questions. Then mass percent. Okay. Then amount of arsenic pentasulfide can be obtained. Okay. Reaction you have to see from backside arsenic acid and all. There is no chance here. Then seventh is done, 15 done, 24 done, 35. If we consider that this one, what is the problem? 1 by 6th in place of 1 by 12 of mass of carbon as mu, relative atomic mass unit, then the mass of 1 mole of substance will, guess, unchanged, right? Why it will increase or decrease? Then that does not mean that mass of one atom will change. Understood? That does not mean that mass of an individual atom is changing. So here it remains unchanged. Okay, next. This one common, I'll go to that. This one extra, 68. Then this one common, right? Just now also having same. This one common, this one common. Done. So all adapted one by one we have to take. One mistake on both the viewers. Hasini, anything else? Quickly tell. Nothing. So let's go and start. Randomly one by one we'll take which one comes first. Amount of arsenic pentasulfide can be obtained when a arsenic acid is treated with excess H2S. Arsenic acid formula we got tested, na? That is H3SO4 is treated with excess of H2S in presence of concentrated HCl. Did you check the reaction from backside? No? 2016. You should have checked. Okay, no problem. This reaction is out of NCERT, so no need to worry a lot. But see the thing, what happens? Now, arsenic pentasulfide. Can you write the formula of arsenic pentasulfide? H2 plus 5, S5. Yeah. And then to balance the reaction, as per requirement, we have to add the number of water molecules. Because this side oxygen is there, this side not there. So to balance oxygen, I need to add 4 water molecules minimum. Then here, to balance arsenic, here 2 arsenic is there. First I multiply 2 here. Okay. After multiplying 2, I can, after multiplying 2, I can, what is red? So after multiplying 2, what I will multiply here? How many things sulfurs are there? 5. And 8 water. So balancing is done. After balancing, can be obtained from 35.5 gram of arsenic acid. So arsenic molecular weight batao. What is the mass of arsenic acid molar mass? Given or not given? Arsenic acid molar mass will be, so molar mass of arsenic, hmm, what can be taken as molar mass of arsenic? They should give this point, right? Otherwise it is difficult. ठीक है. Molecular weight of this one is 141. 141 means atomic weight of arsenic is -3 -64. 78 around. 68. Hmm. 79, huh? 3 plus 79, 82, 82 plus 64. 82 plus 64 will be 140. Too much is that is. Here, this should give a 74, 75, 75, 75, 75 plus 3, 78, 78 plus 3, 64. That also will come 144. So look, this question is invalid if they don't give the mass of arsenic. Okay, forget when 35.5. Arsenic acid is treated with this much excess of weight. So this is your limiting reagent. Arsenic acid is your limiting reagent that you have to understand. Yeah. If we don't get the molecular mass, then how we'll get the moles and then we convert. So 35.5 by 141. 35.5 by 141 will be 0.25. Now 2 moles gives how many moles of product? 1 mole. 0.25 mole will give half. 0.125. Unitary method. 2 mole gives 1 mole. 0.25 mole will give 0.125 mole. Agree? Done, huh? Is it the answer? Only that mass calculation I can understand. If we take 75, 75 plus 3, 78, 78 plus 64, how much? Is it 142? Then okay, then no problem. Then correct. So that arsenic atomic weight is the problem here, unknown. And if you are writing current exams, means that time P block in detail it was there, na? So atomic masses also we used to remember. But now if you write the current exam and it is an integer type, they will give you the mass number, approximate mass number of arsenic. Okay, let's go to next bit. Randomly I'll choose whichever question comes, we'll take. Second file. The ratio of mass percent of carbon and hydrogen. The ratio of mass percent of carbon and hydrogen. The ratio of mass percent of carbon and hydrogen and carbon and oxygen in a unsaturated acyclic in a saturated acyclic organic compound is X are 4 to 1 and 3 to 4 mass percentages. Okay, the moles of oxygen gas required for complete combustion of this 2 mole of organic compound X. Hit and trial, that's it. X, H, O. What they're telling? Now first C and H ratio. 1 to 4 to 1. That is mass percent. Mass percent and mass. Can I take the same? Is it no? 3 to 4. Now do one thing. Multiply 3 here. Multiply 4 here. Is it? Multiply 3 here. Multiply 4 here. What will happen to the mass percentages? CHO. This will be 12 each to 3. Agree? And this down one will be 12 each to tell 16. Got it? Any doubt until this? Now 12 mass percent, not 12 grams. 12 mass percent, 3%, 16%. टोटल कितना हो रहा है 30 है 15 प्लस 31 Approximately how many carbon will be there? Empirical formula I can get C1H3O is the empirical formula. Is it right? Right or wrong? Tell me. Otherwise, you'll think of other approach. Otherwise, you will think of mass percent. Tell me, is it right? Empirical formula. Hmm. So if the empirical formula is right, then 2 moles of the moles of oxygen required for complete combustion of 2 moles of this organic compound X. Molecular formula also we have to find out. How to find out the molecular formula? Now, this is we took for how many grams? Now, this is we took for 31%. Total 100% will be there. So, 100% में से, then that will be also empirical formula, right? Okay. Moles of oxygen required for complete combustion of 2 moles of this organic compound. Hmm. So here the hint is saturated acyclic. Acyclic means minimum 2 carbons. 3 carbon means cyclic chances are there. Okay. But 4 carbon also be saturated acyclic possible. Minimum 2 carbons. So 2 carbons if you take minimum molecular formula, they should give a hint of molecular mass or something. Otherwise we cannot decide directly. NCRT page number 19. Their empirical and molecular formula concept is there. But without giving the molecular mass, how we predict this? C2H6O2. Then you have to balance oxygen, gives rise to 2CO2 plus water you have to balance. 3 means 6 hydrogen, water is balanced. So oxygen you have to balance. Here 2 oxygen, here 4 plus 3, 7. So 2 already there, 5 by 2 if you multiply, we get the answer. What they have given, how they have solved the last part. Tell me how. Then this is 2.5 moles, na? Answer then. 5 by 2, 2.5 moles. This for 1 mole. 1 mole, 2 mole, 2 mole, 5. But how we can so sure that it is 2? Why it cannot be 3 or 4? Why it cannot be H12O4? Yes. That one thing is missing in this question is molecular weight of the compound. Or some hint. To a compound has 5 carbons, 4 carbons, 3 carbons. One hint must be there like that. Okay. Why it cannot be 3 or 4? 3 can be saturated acyclic, right? It can be. It's not a valid reason to take N2 because if you want to do cyclization, the general formula will change. It will change to C2, H2. Why H2? Now you see for making a ring, 2 hydrogen will be lost, right? So if it is a cyclic compound, I should write 2 hydrogen less than this formula. Okay. So that is a different scenario here. Okay. No problem. Two tricky ones where information, part of the information is not represented correctly. For example, atomic weight of ionic. Generally, we don't remember, so it should be represented. And example, this one should be mentioned. Either molecular weight should be mentioned or something else should be mentioned. So ratio of the mass percent of carbon and hydrogen in a organic compound is 6 to 1. Again, they are giving mass percent. They are not directly giving mass. So be careful of this point. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, we can take it. 6:1. If one molecule of above compound X, Y, hydrogen component is Y, oxygen component is Z, X is to Y or carbon is to hydrogen mass ratio is given. If one of the above molecule contains half as much as oxygen required to burn one molecule of CXHY, another reaction. One molecule of CXHY means X plus Y by 4 O2 gives rise to CO2, X CO2 plus Y by 2 H2. One molecule of compound CXHY. So if I get the X and Y, then the answer is done. X and Y must be in a, look, mass is 6 to 1 means 12 to 2 means I should have 1 carbon 2 hydrogen, but compound is not possible if 1 carbon 2 hydrogen is there. Minimum 2 carbon should be there, right? 12 to 2 means 1 carbon 2 hydrogen, but 1 carbon 2 hydrogen mein hydrocarbon cannot be created. It must be C2H4. If it is C2H4, I get 2 CO2. X is 2, Y is 4. That's the first thing. X2, Y 4. That is the first thing I am taking. And then how much oxygen will be required? How much oxygen will be required to burn this C2H4? X plus Y by 4. 4 plus 2 plus 4 by 4. 3. So first answer, this can be answer. Option 4. What they have given? Got it? Simple hit and trial से हो रहा है. Can I re-explain? Repeat. May not. It may not. But in empirical formula, it will work. Empirical and molecular formula में work करेगा. But not in all type of stoichiometric questions. Yes. So they have given there is a compound CXHY hydrocarbon. I know the general formula of hydrocarbon, but here the mass ratio is given 6 is to 1. 6 is to 1 can be written as 12 is to 2. 12 means 1 carbon, 2 hydrogen. But a hydrocarbon cannot be formed with 1 carbon, 2 hydrogen, right? So minimum I have to take how many carbons? 1 carbon, 4 hydrogen, okay. But 1 carbon, 2 hydrogen, not okay, right? So minimum I have to take 2 carbon, 4 hydrogen. For that 2 carbon, 4 hydrogen, how many oxygen? Now 2 plus 4 by 4, which is 3. So that is, you have X is equal to 2, Y 4, O 3. And this is the first empirical formula in my mind. And that is the only option. You see here, O is 3. If O is 3, remaining are not in correct answer, right? Got it? And that is they're asking also empirical formula. They are not asking molecular formula. Next, that calcium question, everyone's doubt. This one. It's a good question actually. And I told you some reactions in the class. Gravimetric reactions or gravimetric analysis. See, here, a sample of CaCO3 and MgCO3 together weighs 2.21 gram. Ignited to a constant weight of 1.152 gram. What is the composition of the mixture? This plus this. Do you remember the reactions? Just remember the mass number. Tell me in the next slide. I'm going to next slide. Or shall I, can I decrease this size? No, we cannot. So okay, I'll write here in short. If anything required, we will go next. CO plus CO2. Mass numbers you know. Then same this part is MgCO3 gives rise to group 2 only. Group 2 reaction MgO plus CO2. Now here this is 100 gram gives rise to 56, 44. This is 84 gram gives rise to 44, 40. Now given mass is total is given as 2.21 total of both. So let us consider this as x. This as 2.21 minus x. देखो बेटा 100 ग्राम से मिल रहा है 56 ग्राम 1 ग्राम से मिलेगा 156 by 100 and from x gram 56 by 100 into x. Agree, Josna? 56 by 100 into x. Here you see 84 gram gives 40 gram. 1 gram will give 40 by 84. Means 10 by 21. That you can solve later. So this much gram 2.21 minus x will give 10 by 21 into 2.21 minus x. Now this total value is the constant weight. Why? Because our CO2 will escape. So by solving this constant weight, what is the equation ready? Can you write the equation, final equation? 56 by 100x. 56 by 100x plus 2.21 minus x. Another same question on there in same model. By 10 by 21, or you can write 40 by 84, whatever. Is it correct division? 40 by 84, 10 by 21. Yeah, correct. Is equal to 1.152. Check once. So this is CO, this is MgO, and total residue is 1.152. Now solve for x. Please solve the value of x. 56, 14 by 25, 4 table. Minus 10x by 21. Now whatever you do and solve it. So here 25 into 21 LCM. 14 into 21x minus 10 into 25x. This part will go to other side. 22.1 by 21 minus from 1.152. What is that? 22.1 by 21. Take some time this one. 1.052 that is. So 1.152 minus 1.052. Subtract किया तो कितना आएगा? How much will be left? 0.1. Left will be 0.1. Here you see numerator how much? 14 into 21. 14 into 21 is 298. Is it? 294 minus 250. 14 into 21, please recheck. 0.1 into 25 into 21. That would be 525. 25 into 21 is 525. So now you see the difference. 44x is equal to 5.25. Sorry, 52.5. X will be equal to 52.5 by 44. Let me calculate this one. 52.5 by 44. I am putting calculator. You don't put. You have to solve. That is coming as 1.193. So now what is the mass of MgCO3? 2.21 minus 1.193. Subtract 2.21 minus 1.193. That is 1.016. So these are the numbers we are getting. This is CaCO3 and the above one is MgCO3. Nearest options are there. Huh? 1.18 means more will be CaCO3, less will be MgCO3. Option 1 is it? Look, both cannot be same because total mass is different, right? Both if you add up, you see add up this you will not get 2.21. So only two options you are adding up and you are getting 2.21, 1 or 4. Now just you have to solve which one is more. Is it option 1? Please check the answer key. Understood the trick? First remaining two options are eliminated. देखो in a tricky question also option elimination works. Next, anything else is there? Quickly share or we'll close the session. Tomorrow, tomorrow morning advanced topic then. If doubts are done, why to waste tomorrow morning study hour? అయిపోయిందా solving?